Hey, what's up guys? Nick Clark with SUP Dog Yoga Adventures and Retail Shop inside of the beautiful Spotted Dog Yoga in Folsom, California. This is a part of a series that talks all about how to transport your Hala gear paddleboard. It's all about how to inflate and prepare your paddles and your paddleboard for use. And then it's about how to put your paddleboard away. So if you haven't seen any of the videos up to this point, my recommendation is to go back in the Instagram feed and look for video number 1, or go to the top of the YouTube channel and get to video number 1. I think that's when you'll get the most information out of these, and maybe the most comedy relief. Yeah, because I'm a little messy. It's not canned. I can't do that shit. It takes me too long. I have to do it like 15 times in a row before I'm semi-happy with it. So I'm over that shit. All right, so we're to the point in the videos now where the board is pumped up, the fins are in it, it's on its belly so that the fins aren't pushing into the ground, okay? And we also have the paddle put together. And it's ready. It's a 3-piece paddle. You'll see if you go back how that works. All right, now I'm going to show you how to ride this bad boy. Again, this is the carbon Haas, and the carbon versions of Hala boards, they have a strip right down the middle with it's a carbon strip that helps the board get even more firm, which is pretty remarkable because these boards, even without the carbon, are really firm. So this is a little bit more expensive board, but I think totally worth it if you want a long-term badass roll-up hardboard. Okay, so to ride this inside, I'm going to just do a little breakdown on how to stand up, how to paddle, how to come off your board, okay? So you're going to take and you're going to flip the board on its side. You're going to lift it up. And in this case, I'm going to put it on this bench. But remember, like when you're putting it into the water, you want to make sure that you lift it up, walk into about, I don't know, knee height, something like that. And then you put it down, and if you do that, then your skag fin won't hit the ground or a rock underneath. So you can't just like tippy-toe yourself in the water. I've seen this before. People put the board down right at the edge of the water, and then they go and they stand on the board. Then they stand on the board, and their fin digs straight down into the ground, and they can't go anywhere because they're stuck in the soil, right? It's because the fin's there. So you got to get the board far enough out to put it in the water, and you'll save yourself some embarrassment along the way. Just kidding. I mean, what's embarrassment? I sometimes am an overall embarrassment. Okay, so to get on the paddle, right from the ground area, you would just come up first onto your hands and knees. And then what you want to notice is there's a little black strap right in the middle of the board here. Okay, that's the center of the board. That's the part of the board that's going to be the most stable. So you want to pretty much align your feet with that, forwards or backwards a couple inches, okay? From here, there's a couple options. You can put your paddle in between your hands and legs, push onto your hands and knees, and if you have the flexibility 1 foot at a time, you can come up to a stand. The other option is if you want to have a little more fun, you can hop up, just like that. And if you're really good and you want to, you could probably try and do a handstand. Although that was not all that great, but it was some air time. Okay, so that's one. Those are options, right? You got to create your own style based off where you're at. All right, people. The other option is if you're not ready to do it from your hands, then you can take your paddle, push your paddle down, hold onto your paddle with 2 hands, and then 1 foot at a time, step up and have your foot close to the center of the board, just like that. Okay, and you can come down like that too, using your paddle as a prop. All right, so however that works for you, you do that. Okay, and then from there, once you're up, the most important thing you want to remember with your paddle, I think, is that the flat part right here is the back of the paddle. The part with the Hala logo on it is the front of the paddle. You're not, in paddleboarding, you're not scooping water. You're not scooping. It's not a shovel, right? You're pulling your board through the water. So you want to have the Hala facing forward and the flat part facing back, okay? And then you're going to stand upright on your board, grab your paddle with your right hand, put your right hand on the highest part of the paddle, put your left hand about halfway down, okay? And then when you're paddling, you want to keep your shoulders in line with your hips as much as possible. So bend your knees, lean forward and pull, and then as you pull, you'll straighten your legs. So you bend your legs, lean, and pull. Bend your legs, lean, and pull. Okay? A couple things, a few tips. If you take your pull back past your foot, your board's going to turn to the left, and you're going to have to switch sides a lot more than usual to keep yourself going straight. So you want to pull back about to the front of your toes, and then lift the paddle straight up out of the water. Okay? All right, now when you're switching hands, what I want you to work on is switching your hand that's on top to the middle of the paddle, taking the one that was down low up to the top, and then just switching like this. So you just practice this. Boom. Right hand up, left hand down. Left hand up, right hand down. And you just go side to side just like that. Okay, now you can do like 3 or 4 on one side and then 3 or 4 on the other. However you decide to do it is great. If you get tired and you don't want to stand or you're wobbly and uncomfortable, sit on your knees. This is going to protect you, give you some safety and security. Sometimes it can be hairy if like a boat goes by, right? You just get on your knees, put your hands down, and you can ride it really easily. You can also sit on your bottom. I find that sitting on my bottom is sometimes a little less balancing, but if you sit on your bottom, you can wrap your legs around like this. This is my preferred stance for linking boards together and having beers and lunch. You know, so to get off, wherever you're at, if you're at the shore, you would just step off. If you had a little bit of water to get in, you just crawl off. And that's how you ride your paddleboard, just like that. Okay, I'm going to move to the next video, and in the next video, I'm going to show you how to roll up and put away your amazing Hala SUP gear inflatable paddleboard that you can get here at SUP Dog Yoga Adventures and Retail Shop in Spotted Dog Yoga, Folsom, California. You can also just come and test them out at our Spotted Dog Yoga Adventures. We're going to go on over 30 adventures in the Northern California area, a lot on Folsom Lake, Clementine, Jenkinson, Natoma, all sorts of really cool places. We're going with cool people. So you want to join us. Those dates are released on March 1st. You can buy a 4-pack, hit up 4 sessions and get a sweet discounted deal. You know, or you can buy one of these boards and bring it and get a little bit better deal. Check in for the next video. Peace and namaste and paddle, paddle, paddle. Yeah!